Hi, I'm Shannon Lenz, your spiritual fitness coach. My kids and I were driving the other day, enjoying some music that we were streaming from my phone. All of a sudden, the song cut out, right at the best part, of course. There was no real problem. It was only loading. It only took a few seconds to start back up again, but my kids were frustrated. You see, all they've ever known is being able to choose whatever song they want to listen to, and it will play almost immediately. They have no memory of having to wait for your favorite song to come on the radio. So this incident led to a discussion about being patient, especially in such small, trivial matters. You know, to be fair to my kids, most of us have also been conditioned to get what we want when we want it. We can access our favorite shows on demand. If we need a quick meal, we can just toss something in the microwave and it will go from frozen to piping hot in a matter of minutes. Or we can drive through a fast food place. But if that fast food joint makes us wait even just 5 minutes for our food, we get impatient. We live in a society that seems to have forgotten the virtue of patience. Sometimes I wonder if our being out of practice with waiting in the small, trivial matters has affected our ability to be patient in more significant areas of our lives. For example, are we able to patiently endure hardship and suffering? Are we able to patiently wait for the Lord to work out His will, not only in our own lives, but in the longer story that He's writing for all mankind? Jesus' half-brother James had this to say about being patient. Be patient, therefore, brothers, until the coming of the Lord. See how the farmer waits for the precious fruit of the earth, being patient about it until it receives the early and late rains. You also be patient. Establish your hearts, for the coming of the Lord is at hand. James was talking about patiently waiting for the day of the Lord's return, when Christ would right all wrongs. To illustrate the patience required, James described a farmer waiting for his crops to ripen. Farming is still one of those things that requires patience. We can't plant the seeds and expect fruit the next day. We have to patiently wait for them to grow and develop. Plus, we have to trust the Lord for the outcome while we wait. Ask any farmer, and he'll tell you that he is not in control of the harvest. Farmers battle droughts, destructive pests, weeds, wind, and hail. They faithfully tend the field, but they have to trust the Lord to bring about a harvest in His time. They don't get whatever they want whenever they want it. Likewise, we cannot rush the Lord, and He will not always give us what we want whenever we want it. We have to wait patiently, trusting that He will work out His perfect plan in His own perfect timing. The late Elisabeth Elliot, missionary and speaker on Back to the Bible's former radio broadcast, Gateway to Joy, wrote this about waiting for the Lord. I realized that the deepest spiritual lessons are not learned by His letting us have our way in the end, but by His making us wait, bearing with us in love and patience until we are able to honestly pray what He taught His disciples to pray. Thy will be done. You see, many of us are so used to quickly getting our own way all the time. But the Lord doesn't work like that. His lessons for us are in the waiting. So here's my challenge for you today. Practice patience in the small, trivial things. When you have to wait for your food, when the elevator seems to take forever, when your computer decides to run an update in the middle of your workday, when you get stuck in traffic or you get behind the slow driver on the highway. Take a deep breath, pray, and ask God to help you develop patience in the little things so that you can learn to be patient in the big, important things, like waiting for the Lord and trusting in Him for the outcome. Then go and win today.